London Daygame model, why stacking is stupid and you shouldn't do it. Stacking is pretty much where you see a girl in public and you go up to her and you say, and you make some kind of observational thing about her appearance or the situation at hand, right? And the problem with this is, so say you go up to a girl and you say, you look like you're from X, or you look like you study psychology or whatever. She can see through it immediately. She can see what you're trying to do. She can see that you're trying to drive the conversation in a manual way. You're trying to you think you're like this wizard conversationally. You think that you're this like mastermind, this architect. You're not. Unfortunately, it doesn't come across well at all. You can immediately, and you'll know this when you try and do the stacking, it rarely lands, and you get the sense that when it does land and when the girl does give a positive reaction, you're thinking, if I didn't stack, would she have given that positive reaction anyway? Now, a good way that you can tell whether stacking is actually dumb or whether it's good is by not doing stacking at all and actually just trying to move the interaction forward and see how that goes, and you'll find it works a lot better. So instead of going up to a girl and say, you look like this or this, go up to her, be normal, be regular, be yourself, and move things forward. And keep yourself at 100 out of 100, right? So you don't come in nervous, you go in 100 out of 100, you talk to her, and you sort logistics straight away. You say who you're here with, and you assume attraction and you move things forward. This is what John Anthony recommends to do. And you might think, why am I giving this advice? Who the fuck am I? I did this shit. I did the London Daygame stuff, and I did John Anthony's way, which is assume attraction, try and figure out logistics, and just move things forward. And trust me, the latter works so much better. The reason why stacking doesn't work is because you're just not being authentic. You're using these canned lines. And anytime you're using these canned lines, the girls can see through it. They can see this guy's up to something. And you can just tell in the interaction. When you go into the action and you stack, you can just tell. You can sense it that the girl isn't just on it. And when she is on it, you're thinking, would she have been on it anyway? As I said, try not stacking. Try just to keep yourself at 100 out of 100 mentally, right? Go up to the girl, figure out logistics, and just try and move things forward. And do that, and you'll see way better results. Instead of stacking and vibing and escalating and closing, it's too clunky. It's too inhuman. You need to be a fucking human with this stuff. You can't like manually plan it out like a robot. You've got to just authentic, but at the same time have a goal in mind and aim to move the interaction forward. And don't be scared of moving the interaction forward, because there will be fear. Because you might think, if I move the interaction forward, I'm opening myself up for rejection. You are, but it doesn't fucking matter, because you keep yourself at 100 out of 100 and the rejections just fall off you like water off a duck's back. So yeah, in summary, I would highly recommend not doing the London Daygame model. I would highly recommend not stacking. Instead, move things forward. And when you're on the open, just open her and then ask what she's up to, normal questions for the purposes of figuring out her logistics and figuring out if she could come on an instant date with you or whether she's down to go on a date in the future. You just assume attraction, right? It's quite like a, head fuck, but if you assume attraction, it just makes everything go way more smoothly. And when you do get rejected, then it's super normal. You're like, okay, cool, and it's cool. Like, it's all cool. That's my fucking tip from my personal experience. Don't stack. Don't do the London Daygame model. If you are, I would highly recommend checking out John Anthony Lifestyle and doing that instead.